Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for another video. It's time to break down one of our college football matchups coming up this weekend. The game we're going to be looking at week 5 of the 2025 season. We have the Alabama Crimson Tide playing the Georgia Bulldogs, one of the biggest SEC games every single season. This has defined SEC and some might say defined college football for basically the last, 6 or 7 seasons. These teams have been facing off. Used to be Kirby Smart, Nick Saban, now it's DeBoer Kirby, but everything still means the same. Who's the front runner? Who's the leader in the SEC conference, the deepest conference in college football? We're going to break the teams down, break the matchup down, look at the offenses, defenses, coaching, try to predict the outcome, the winner, loser, and also predict the final score, and we'll take an in-depth look at our best bets, money lines, spread, over-unders. First things first, though, make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. If you have any comments, by all means, drop them below. Do you agree? Disagree? Who do you think is going to win this game? It's a tough matchup. It's a 50-50. The fans, they are split down the middle. The fan bases are rabid. Everyone's rooting for their team. Who's going to walk away with the W? Let me know in the comment section. And if you want to sign up for one of our member teams, check out the pinned comment below. Click on that link. You can sign up there, and I would appreciate it. So it's all coming up this Saturday, September 27th, 7:30 p.m. Number 17, Alabama on ABC visiting number 5, 3-0, the undefeated Georgia Bulldogs. We all know what everyone says. Georgia, Kirby Smart, DeBoer, doesn't matter. Kirby Smart has issues beating Alabama. Alabama, they have Kirby Smart's name. They take him to task every single time. The games are close. They are physical. They go down to the end. There's great offense. There's great defense. There's great quarterback play. Great running back play. It goes back and forth. These teams have had some great teams facing off, but this season, it means a lot for both squads. Georgia's still the second highest ranked SEC team. No matter what happens to LSU this day, they could cement themselves as the number 1 SEC team and make a run to the top of the mountain in the SEC. And then you have Alabama. They already have one loss under the belt. That's holding them back. They lost week 1 to Florida State. They didn't just lose. They got the crap kicked out of them. Let's call it what it is. They got curb stomped. They did not look good at all. They've rebounded, yes, versus inferior competition. But the only thing that you can do is beat the crap out of those teams. They did that, so they tried to make up for it, get some momentum back. The defense playing a lot better the last couple weeks. The offense is rolling right now. Kalen DeBoer, he felt the heat on him after game 1. They made some changes. Now they have some momentum, but they can't afford to lose another game. If at week 5 they are now 2-2, it doesn't mean they're out of the playoffs, but if they drop one more, then they're probably out. So they are kind of on the ropes here, surviving. If you beat Georgia, the schedule gets a lot easier, but it's still a very difficult schedule because this is an SEC schedule. It's the best conference in college football. You have to win all these games. Since you lost an out-of-conference one, the room for error shrunk. It got a lot smaller. You can lose it, yes, but you don't want to take that chance. Right now with the fans, Bama, 45.2% chance to win. Georgia, a 54.8% chance. The Bulldogs are 3.5-point favorites. 53.5 over/under. Georgia's minus 159. Alabama plus 134. But we like to call it what it is. This game could go either way, especially with Bama having taken Georgia the last couple seasons. They're definitely not going to shrink back from them. They feel that they can compete with them position for position. And this is 2 of the top 5 overall rosters, 2 of the top 3 rosters. Some people say Alabama has the number 1 roster in the nation, and Georgia's number 2 or 3, swapping with the Buckeyes. No matter what, these teams are uber talented. A lot of NFL players here. There's going to be a lot of scouts at this game. Right now, Alabama with that offense, Roland Simpson really stepping up the last couple weeks. He's at 900 yards passing, 9 touchdowns. The guy's been playing elite. Then you have Stockton on the other. Stockton's a little bit of a different quarterback. He's not a Carson Beck quarterback. He will throw. He will pass the ball. He has 4 touchdowns, but he's a dual threat guy. He wants to beat you with his arms, but he will use his mobility as a factor. He'll get outside the pocket. He will escape from pressure. We know one thing that's really gave Bama defenses a lot of issues the last couple of years, for basically the last decade, has been dual threat, mobile passing quarterbacks. That's what they're going to be facing here. Gunnar Stockton's legs getting out of pressure, extending plays. 3rd down situations, 3rd and short, 3rd and long, he can still use his legs to scramble for that first down, so you got to be playing the pass, and you have to play the run. That's going to help out ultimately with the Georgia run game. Looking at this Alabama offensive roster, they have Ty Simpson, of course, as the quarterback. They have Richard Young, Daniel Hill as running backs, Lewis at tight end, the wide receivers. Ryan Williams, one of the best freshman wide receivers last season. The only reason he was not the best is because you had to compare him to Jeremiah Smith, who's the best freshman wide receiver we've ever seen. But Ryan Williams, he's still up there. He is elite. His hands and his concentration when he goes up and times those catches is at the top of college football. They have Bernard. They have Isaiah Horton, the transfer from Miami. And looking at Georgia, the run game. Mike Bobo, you got to get the run game going. It's not optional. I've been very critical of Bobo. You got to be able to run the ball, but so does Alabama. Both these teams, Georgia, Bama, they were built off line of scrimmage trench warfare football, lining up and running the ball downhill. They have Frazier, Bowens, Stockton, who is going to help, Delp, great pass-catching tight end. At the wide receiver position, Colby Young, the transfer from Miami, of course, as well. Bell, Zachariah Branch, the transfer from USC, one of the fastest players in college football. When you put this guy in the slot, the things that he can do with the ball is amazing. Bama, they're averaging 42.7 points a game, throwing for 335.7, one of the highest passing teams in the country, running for 123.7. This is a Kalen DeBoer offense. With Ryan Grubbs coming back as the offensive coordinator, with Ty Simpson, you know that they were going to go a lot more vertical, hitting play action passing down the field. But Alabama, their base, their foundation is running the ball. I want to see them run just a little bit more. I love the deep vertical passing game. But versus these teams like Georgia, in SEC conference play, every single game can't be a boat race. At some point, you got to slow it down. You have to run the ball, especially in the later corners. When you want to drain the clock, get the run game going. Let the run game naturally lead into that play action. And they're only giving up 15 points a game, only 108 through the air. Great secondary. They are giving up 138.3 on the ground, so maybe a little susceptible to the run game, but 108 through the air. They are shutting down the pass game. Georgia, 39 points a game, throwing for 261.3, running for 209, very balanced offense, giving up 18 points a game, 217 through the air. So you could say their weakness is their secondary. For Alabama, it's potentially the rush defense, but they're only giving up 82.7 on the ground. They are shutting down the run game. Both teams, they want to do the same thing. Own the line of scrimmage. They both have great lines. They both have great offensive lines, great defensive lines. Who's going to dominate the line of scrimmage? Who's going to have the depth there to be able to compete? And I honestly think who's going to be able to run the ball the most successfully when it matters. This is going to be a tough game here. We got to predict the winner, though. I'm going to go with, and this is honestly very tough. We will revisit this game later this week, but I'm going to go with the Georgia Bulldogs squeaking out the win. Very close game. Kirby Smart, he finally beats Alabama. He's beaten them before, but it's been a little while. Georgia wins this one 30-28. I'm going to go with that plus 3.5, and I'm going to go with the over. Guys, make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. If you have any comments, drop them below. Do you agree, disagree? What are your thoughts on these games? Who do you think is going to get the W? Leave it in the comment section. If you want to sign up for one of our member teams, check out that pinned comment below. Click on that link. You can sign up there. I would appreciate it. And of course, as always, thank you for watching.